Hi, my name is Douglas King and I'm an Assistant Principal at Oldham Sixth Form College. I'd like to welcome you to the first of our short videos aimed at helping parents understand a little bit more about what we're doing in tutorials to help support students during lockdown and help them manage their remote learning effectively. The videos are aligned with Children's Mental Health Week, which runs from the 1st to the 7th of February, and have also been timed in the run-up to Parents' Evenings, which will be throughout February as well. If you check your emails, you'll be informed about the dates of these and how to sign up to SchoolCloud to make appointments. So the videos are intended to be short and just summarise some of the key activities and resources that we've gone through with students in tutorial sessions. The information that we're given is a combination of research-based evidence and also information that we get from students, having had one-to-one conversations with them about how they're managing. One of the first things we looked at with students when the most recent lockdown started was the sorts of routines and habits they were getting into to manage remote learning effectively. And this is what we found. Students who were managing well were consistent with a lot of the things that they were doing on a daily basis. So simple things such as making sure they're getting up at the same time, they were going to sleep at relatively the same time each evening, and they also had set times in the day that they worked their routine around. So that could be break times, lunch times, obviously lessons and study periods as well. So what we'd really encourage students to do is see the college day as a working day. Obviously when they've got lessons, they're engaging with those remotely, and then identifying certain study periods in the week where they can use the same time each week to be getting on with work. We appreciate access to devices can be tricky and people may need to be flexible. But we do find that when students are able to stick to set times with their routines, they're more likely to keep to those routines, and it helps people feel productive at the end of the college day. The next point is common sense really, but not always common practice, and it's to do with limiting distractions. So what our students tell us is that when they are able to work in an environment where they're distraction free, the learning is more effective. Remote learning and learning on its own is challenging enough without the added distractions of things like mobile phones, TVs, and just sort of busyness around the house. So where possible, if students are able to have a small space in a room or a room itself to be getting on with work, that's really, really helpful. And it also helps when they've finished their lesson or they've finished their study period, if they can come away from that area and go somewhere else in the house, maybe to get a drink, maybe to go and have a chat with somebody. Just mentally it helps them switch off and identify that particular area of the house as being somewhere where they will focus and work without any distractions. And then the last one is really important, just making sure that students have productive breaks. So we don't want people glued to a screen all day, whether that's a laptop, a tablet, or a mobile phone. It's really, really important that when lessons are finished or when people have finished their study periods, that they're able to get away from the screen, but also engage in an activity that will rejuvenate them and re-energize them and get them ready for the next lesson or the next study session. So we're really encouraging students to reflect on how they're using that downtime, whether that's contacting friends, whether it's just having conversations with people at home, or it might be just general hobbies or exercise that they're engaged with. But we really want students to make sure they've got the right balance of college work, but also having downtime as well to manage their well-being. So to summarise, the three things that we found are most important to help people get into good routines are being really, really consistent on a daily basis, making sure that when students are working in lessons that they have limited distractions around them, and really importantly that they're able to have productive breaks and downtime away from their college work. So the information that we're sharing this week is very much aligned with Children's Mental Health Week, which is from the 1st to the 7th of February. Some of the other videos will look at how we can help students manage sort of low-level stress and anxiety which they may well be feeling at the moment. If you have got any questions or you want any further information, please feel free to contact your son or daughter's progress tutor. If you're not sure who that is, you could email info@osfc.ac.uk and they'll be able to provide that information. I would also encourage parents to make sure that they are able to sign into CEDA, which is an excellent resource to help understand a little bit more about how your son or daughter is progressing at college. If you haven't been able to do that yet, again, if you email info@osfc.ac.uk, they'll be able to provide login details.